gentlefolk alike. I am your host for tonight, Julio. You are listening to the Lazies podcast. I am joined by
Eddie, aka Sauce McGee.
Ben, just a regular person.
just a regular person. And this is going to be our very first podcast. Sorry if it sounds like I'm moving away. I was. It's going to be really raw. Really raw. You can probably hear the chair move.
Let's get this show on the road.
So we are three friends. I'm going to put up a couple pictures. Probably our old stuff from the Lazies, considering we're putting this on the Lazies channel for some reference. So to all 6 subscribers, we back.
We back, baby.
You back, man.
All 6 of you.
Been a long time.
8 years ago, y'all subscribed.
8 years,
And we back.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all probably not even here.
Loyal.
It's probably our old YouTube pages. But hey,
You're going to see this update. You're going to be wondering why. What?
we back though.
We back.
We are here. We're going to talk about sports, music, video games, everything. We're into almost everything, guys. And we hope that you guys enjoy the little ride we're going to take you on. So to start, let's just put out our NFL affiliations. We're probably going to be a majority football show.
Majority.
We're probably going to be a majority football show.
We're going to mix in some other sports,
Mostly the other sport is gonna be basketball, unless like somebody gets into a brawl and
some cricket
baseball or
updates,
hockey or
some
something.
cricket,
Some cricket. hey,
cricket, man.
if there's some exciting news about cricket, let's do it.
Boys, let's let the audience know our favorite teams. Benjamin, who you rocking out?
Dallas Cowboys, America's team, 0-1. Gotta love it. Love to see it.
I'm going to introduce my team second because I sort of want you guys to get an idea of the dynamic. I am a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Steelers, oh mama, renegade, all that. Bleed black and gold, black and yellow, whatever, suits you boot. Fuck Mark Madden. I'm that Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And
Man, oh man, I am a New York Football Giants fan. I've been a Giants fan since 2006. Ironically, we won the Super Bowl next year. Yeah, you can call me bandwagon, fuck it. But I've been a diehard Giants fan since, learning the current and the past history. And I'm depressed. We're 0-1, and we look good, but we're not, I don't think we're going in the right direction.
that's why I wanted Ben to go first and for Eddie to go last, folks, because not only does my team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, play their division, these two are fans of the teams in the same division.
We hate each other.
And I don't really have
Only
that
football,
luxury. No, in real life too.
No,
Guys,
Starting to humble myself, used to talk hella talk, but you gotta humble yourself after
Y'all don't
last
understand
season.
how toxic he used to be. The fake laughs, the yells.
Lord.
He used to attack us sometimes, even if our
Super
teams
toxic,
make a
man.
bad
But I had
play.
to calm it down,
Yeah, he's humbled himself over the years.
Yeah, I think they both, even though when the Cowboys were losing, if you guys could hear the laughs that were coming from Eddie's entire spirit on just seeing the Cowboys not kick a field goal. How do you feel about that, Ben? Let's just I'm gonna pause the music real quick. How do you feel about that, Ben? Your team is driving, y'all don't get there. It's 4th and 3. Talk to me, man.
I liked the aggressiveness of the play call, but I still think we should have tied it up. Our defense got some clutch stops afterward, and oh man, that tie, it would have brought us to overtime, and hopefully in overtime we could have done something. That offensive PI killed my whole mood that Sunday.
You want to talk about
Lord.
mood killers?
Jesus.
Man,
Let's talk about mood killers, boys.
man. First off, the Giants, besides the running game, they played with so much heart over the past, I want to say, 5 to 6 years of any Giants football, and that gave me like a good like sigh for like the future, because like it's kind of bright, but that run game What the fuck?
Yeah.
Cam Fleming and Nick Gates
Cam
are new
Fleming.
additions to the
Lord.
Giants O-line. Without Nate Solder, oh man, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we really missed him that game because the Steelers' defensive line is so great, and they were literally behind. They were behind our line before Saquon Barkley could get the ball. 8 rushes for negative yards. That is crazy. Stupid.
I told you, and I don't know, while we were watching the game, I did it like 3 times. I was like specifically to Bud Dupree. I done never seen you play. I done never, even for Steelers fans especially, to see this man get paid last year, or knew he was going to lose him. He came back. Cool, let's do it. We're getting ready for the future. Alex Highsmith gets drafted. I done never seen Alvin Bud Dupree play the way he played Saquon. That man was going off. I've never seen it.
Hey, as much Steelers talk I hear from you and Steelers talk I see from Twitter, I haven't seen Bud Dupree play like that neither. And he honestly surprised me too. I thought T.J. Watt was gonna have the game. Yeah, he had that little pick.
That game surprised
You
me,
know?
man. That Steelers run defense looked legit. I mean, we have a better O-line than the Giants, so that Week 9 matchup,
Oh boy, yeah.
circling that right there.
We'll save that for when we get to Week 9. Before we get there, what we're gonna do now, folk, is we're gonna talk about Week 1. We all sort of picked the game that we all sort of want to talk about. That's not, even though technically it's not in my division, and it's a divisional game for you guys. You guys low key didn't care until you realized what was going on.
Yes.
Someone tell me what
I
happened.
can't
Watch
believe
it.
you let this happen.
First
We're
of
letting
all-
a team with no name being first in the division, man.
The team.
The team.
Football team.
The football
The
team.
first game in their whole NFL franchise since the other team's name was officially retired. Came
Eagles.
back down 17 against Philadelphia.
8 sacks.
I think we all had the same thought. Any regular NFL fan out there listening, we all had the same thought. 17 zip, Washington football team, different name, same team. Same team.
Yeah.
That's what I
Chase
thought.
Young looked
Man.
scary.
Chase
He
Young.
looked scary that game.
Honestly, the play calling by Ron Rivera really surprised me
Yup.
because he did not give up. And he really outcoached Doug Peterson in the second half with defense and offense.
That O-line, that Eagles O-line wasn't no Brandon Brooks. The center, I think, is out.
Yeah, Kelsey is out.
Yup. Kelsey's out for the season.
Banged up.
Brooks is out for the season.
I believe they had a rugby player
Yup.
playing right tackle in the second half.
Yeah,
of the
they
Eagles.
did.
But
Jesus.
all that being said, it's the football, baby. You
It's
get
the
over it,
football. It is
figure
what
it
it is,
out.
man.
Next man up.
Another game I want to talk about is, I think it was Chicago at Detroit.
Oh, this
Oh,
pisses me
man.
off. This pisses me off because for
DeAndre
3.5
Swift,
quarters.
what are you doing?
Before we get there, though, for 3.5 quarters, gentlemen, and Eddie can attest to this, I absolutely reveled, enjoyed seeing Mitch Trubisky look like Mitch Trubisky. And then for the last quarter, I was pissed off. I
I don't know how you let that happen, man.
Man,
I really don't.
first off, I want to say he looked like a vintage Eli Manning in his prime in the fourth quarter.
I thought Okuda was benched, but he was actually hurt. So
Oh, he was
that's why
hurt?
he didn't play. Yes.
Oh, I thought he was benched too. There was an article that came out that said he was benched.
Jeff Okuda, number 3 overall
Yep,
pick in
they-
the 2020 NFL draft out of Ohio State. For those,
Yeah.
just some reference. Keep going, sorry.
Jesus, DeAndre Swift dropped that game-winning touchdown.
Oh,
It was such
that
a
was-
clean pass
man.
by
That was-
Matthew Stafford. Clean. He looked forward instead of looking at the ball. To
Yeah,
catch.
yeah. He was worried about
Yep.
getting his feet down. He looked forward. And
Yep. He should have worried about the
Butterfingers.
catch, man.
Do you think he'll ever forget that? Like, if he has 1,000.
It's a learning
yards,
experience.
It's a
He's
learning
rookie.
experience. This is his first
Yep.
game, so I would put it past
Another
him.
rookie. That is correct. Referencing to so, it's kind of crazy to think that we were looking for impact from Jeff Okuda, especially for us draft nuts, And it was because before that catch, DeAndre Swift was having himself a little game. He looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
He looked good. It looked like
These rookie running backs, man, they're looking nice.
Yeah, they are.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh my,
Oh,
Edwards-Helaire, Dobbins,
Jesus.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
Ed. Wow.
Can you guys remember a time where there was a rookie coming out of a college that the entire media, everybody was waiting to see LSU, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, in the NFL uniform? Not only did we see him in the uniform, he did exactly what people were saying he was going to do.
And the fact that he ended up with the Super Bowl champions is
Man,
that
it's not fair.
wild.
It's
It's
not
wild,
fair.
man.
It's not fair. The last time that happened, to my recollection, is when Sony Michel went, I believe, in the back half of the first round to
I think
the
he went pick
Patriots.
32.
32. And guess what happened? Guess what happened?
They won the
folks?
Super Bowl that
The
year.
Patriots won the Super
I
Bowl.
was also gonna reference the Giants drafting David Wilson with pick 32, although he suffered a career-ending injury.
But he looked good. I like
He
the,
did. He
For
did.
those of you, for more reference as well, David Wilson, draft pick. He's actually, if you guys look him up, he's probably still a track star, which is good. He was able to figure it out. But if you guys can think that he was able to get to the Olympics, imagine that speed on the Giants, man.
Hey, he showed that speed against the Saints in one game where he ran like 102 kickoff return touchdown. And he looked real fast.
So we reminiscing back.
I had to bring
Is
it way
there-
back. I had to be a little biased. I'm sorry. You know.
Is there, considering we're in the first season of the new decade, which is wild, is there a player from, I'd say after the years of high school to 2020, so I would say for me, 2011 to 2020. So in that span, was there a player that like, man, he was going to be great, but this happened?
I already told you this. Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yep.
Why the hell did he blow his hand off doing a fireworks accident? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, you just got a contract that year, or I think he was on his contract. It was one of those. And before training camp starts, you blow your hand off in a 4th of July accident, playing with basically like a grenade.
Yeah.
Basically.
My recollection, Joseph Randall, trash.
Oh.
That 2015 season, I had so much hope for him, man. I was hyping him up the whole off season. Then that Saints game, he stupidly tried to reach out while jumping in the end zone and fumbled. As soon as that game ended, they released him right there and then, man.
How many yards you say he was going to rush that
I jokingly said he was going for 2,000. As a joke, guys. Okay?
2,000.
Just know.
That's a really good reference because these two especially, well, me too, when we were younger, going through those times, we made some insane, and we believed some of these predictions because we're young and we're like, nah, man, our team looks like they can do this.
Facts.
We're good. We're going to be good to go.
Man,
That
I stopped
hurts me.
doing that about like 3 years ago.
I did that after after Blake Bortles came into Heinz Field.
Oh,
and after that game, I
week 3
literally
you
was
was
like,
just like, nah.
you know what? If we
Wait,
made
which one though? You talking about week 3 or?
No, I'm talking about the AFC divisional round, 2017-2018 season. Blake Bortles came in, and you would have thought Aaron Rodgers. No, before Lamar.
You don't know how toxic I was being during that.
Oh yeah. Oh
Lord,
boy.
Jesus.
Oh boy. Oh
Toxicity.
boy. Oh
You
boy.
would not hear me. They lost twice that whole season to the Jags at home.
That first
Both
one.
times.
That first one was more shocking because we were joking about this yesterday too. That we were or a couple days ago that we were playing Monopoly. And then at the time we didn't have we couldn't watch the game on TV, so whatever. So we're on our phones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm seeing video clips of Ben Roethlisberger throwing 1 pick, anger, 2 picks, anger. After the 3rd interception,
I remember this. It was literally just like slouch.
Yes.
it was over. I genuinely, we were
Quiet.
playing Monopoly, and I think Angel, my brother, had done something, and I had basically, I was 2 moves away from losing, and I knew it because of what Angel did. And then Ben threw a 4th pick. So it's like, this sucks, man. This day is
That
terrible.
Jags defense was crazy.
It was, man.
Jalen Ramsey, AJ
Bouye,
Bouye, Barry Church.
Barry Church. Oh man.
Yeah, they had
Elias
That
Campbell.
line was actually
I think
Drake.
they had a rookie Yannick Ngakoue
Yeah,
that year
rookie,
too.
rookie Yannick. Yeah.
Yannick Ngakoue made his name as a rookie.
I hate pronouncing his name. Right. I always suck at pronouncing
That
his
was
name.
you guys already mentioned
You're
Calais
welcome.
Campbell,
You're
right?
pronouncing it. Calais Campbell.
Calais
Yeah.
Campbell
Man.
came out with that.
6'7".
Was it?
Yo, they had like 7 sacks against y'all, right? They had
Yeah.
that. No, it wasn't against y'all. It was week 1. They played a team and they were
You know who
known
they played?
as Saxonville. Who?
You know who they played?
Texans.
They played the Texans.
Yeah, they
With-
did.
And you know
They
who
did.
they started.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh, they started.
I for-
no,
ladies and
don't tell
gentlemen.
me they started. Who I'm thinking about?
Is it-
Blaine.
Not Gabbert. Not Gabbert.
No, it was
Glennon?
Chad Henne?
No. It was, bro.
Mike Glennon.
I think it was.
Was it
Glennon.
Mike Glennon? No, hold on.
No,
I
think it was-
gotta fact check this.
Basically, we're talking about Deshaun Watson's rookie year. By the way,
The
we
Cowboys
could probably
starter,
do
man.
an
Romo got
entire
injured.
podcast on that 2017 draft. Even if Trubisky has an MVP year, that 2017 draft changed so much for teams. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Deshaun Watson, his rookie year, not playing the first half. The Jaguars getting 7 sacks, or maybe 5 or 6 at that
No,
point.
they started Bortles that week.
Who the?
Yeah, the Jaguars. Yes, they did.
Oh no, I'm talking about it was Houston. Houston started. Who did Houston start?
Oh, no, they started Watson.
No,
It was
he
tw-
didn't start week 1.
Yeah, he did.
He came
I'm
in.
looking
He
at.
came in either
Oh, okay. So hold on. Let me look at
in
the.
the second quarter. Maybe he started the Bengals game the next week. I remember because I was like, damn, we have to play him that year because we played his division.
Hold on.
By the way, for Steelers fan, that's the infamous DeAndre Hopkins catch of the year catch over Joe Hayden. Also, the game where Vince Williams celebrated on the ground with DeAndre Hopkins
That's
after.
right.
They were
Nice
they were
one,
starting
man.
Tom Savage.
Tom Savage!
Savage.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
can't believe I forgot
Tom
about
Savage.
the GOAT's
Tom
name.
Savage.
Tom Savage.
Tom Savage.
Oh,
All right,
how many
real quick. How did you guys? Because we don't have to talk about the game, but how did you guys feel about Newton's debut? Because once again, I'm going to be saying this a lot. As a Steelers fan, I hate the Patriots, but Cam, I have to root for Cam. Got to.
I have to
During the
root for
game,
Cam
people
as well.
was reacting like, "Oh, he was being trashed." The only incompletions he's had was a batted down pass and 2 drops by Edelman. He was doing great, man.
Man, maybe it's because like he didn't like go like deep enough, and it was all like dink and dunks. And I mean, he did good running. He was pretty accurate passing. Like he played a smart game.
Smart.
It was a well coached
Defense is still looking great.
game by
Yep.
Belichick.
Defense, Patriots defense is
Wow,
looking great.
yo, the Patriots
Stephon
secondary
Gilmore got
still
another
looks
pick.
insane.
Got another pick on
Hey,
Sunday.
Hey, I told y'all in fantasy, Belichick ain't about that.
Yeah,
and I drafted the Patriots defense
Yeah,
just
I
for
slept
this.
on them.
Yep.
I thought no Tom Brady.
Nope.
Ain't no way,
I
man.
wanted to sleep on them. I hated them.
I should've-
How many wins y'all think they're gonna get this year?
9.
9?
8.
I got 10.
Yikes.
I don't know. I
Nine-
got
11
nine
is-
is 9 is
11
their floor.
You think?
9
is their floor? Okay.
9 is their floor.
I'll say
Only because of the talents of Cam.
11
if he
is-
stays healthy.
I'm gonna say 11 is their ceiling only because of the division. They can go 5-1. They can lose once to the
Yeah,
Bills.
their division.
Because the Jets have built. I mean, the Jets.
Jets.
Are
I think Jets are already.
The
up.
Jets are
Let's be
sorry.
honest.
The Jets are fucking sorry,
Jets.
and the Dolphins are sorry, but they're in a rebuilding process. I don't know what the Jets are
2
doing.
first.
Man, they need to.
They should have traded Jamal to the Cowboys, man. Disappointing.
They are in
They
the building.
shoulda
They
fired
do
Adam
have a
Gase.
future in building, but it cannot be with Adam
Not
Gase.
with Adam
He needs
Gase.
to
Not
go.
Adam Gase. He
Needs to go.
Needs to
Get
leave.
rid of
Could
Bell's
you
big
imagine if
contract.
Eric Bieniemy, even keeping Bell, if Eric Bieniemy has 10 games, somehow, some way, it's impossible. I know, guys, it's impossible. But for 10 games, what do you think Eric Bieniemy would do with that offense, with that team?
3-5.
3 and 5.
3 and 5.
In 10 games.
3-5.
Okay.
Honestly, because the Jets, bro, who is threatening on that offense?
Lord. The offense is looking.
Bell is out, but that's the main guy you got to stop. Their wide receivers.
Bell's out for a couple weeks
Yeah.
too. He
Paul Richardson
He
had a
just hit the
couple
injury
drops.
reserve.
I don't. Paul Richardson's on the team.
Yeah. He's
No,
never-
No,
he's
it's
not.
Jamison Crowder.
Jamison
Crowder.
Whoops.
He got a cool 50-yard touchdown. I
Denzel
think.
Mims.
Whoa.
Denzel Mims is there. I don't think he was playing though.
He wasn't playing.
Whoa.
I don't think he was playing.
Was that a tease, Eddie? Did you say Jay Crowder or Jameson Crowder? Oh no! All right.
Oh, yeah.
We'll say that for later. Sorry, guys. I'm thinking. Sorry. I'm thinking that. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
man.
sorry.
But yeah, Pats. They could go 5-1 in the division, and they could win 5 other games out. Honestly.
I genuinely
Out of the
believe the Jets are probably going to be a wash, even though they'll probably do what they did last year and somehow win games that I remember week 1 last year making fun of Ben because the Cowboys. I'm like, dang, imagine not being the Cowboys. Just to see the Steelers stink up the joint.
Wait, they lost to the Jets too?
Yes,
Yo,
bro.
the Giants lost to the Jets too.
Oh,
Yo,
see?
that's crazy.
So, you know what?
Eagles lost to the Jets too.
Yo, that's
We
crazy.
need to relax. Because maybe... No, I can't give Adam Gates no
mean,
credit.
no.
No.
Come on, you're gonna give Adam Gates credit beating Pat Shermer, a 4th-string quarterback, and then I don't know what the fuck what happened to
Wait, Pat
Dallas.
Shermer's the offensive
Nah,
coordinator?
No, Pat Shermer was.
Pat Shermer is some team.
Pat Shermer
Jamal
was-
Adams. Jamal Adams.
Bro,
Oh, Jamal
Urban.
Adams had himself again. We're like so random.
That's Jamal Adams.
Adam Gates.
Ooh.
Do you think Adam Gates has credit in beating Pat Shermer as a head coach?
Nope.
A 4th-string quarterback, and who played Hodges or Rudolph?
Hodges started, then Rudolph came in, stupidly kept the ball and got hurt, and then
Jason
Hodges
Garrett.
came back.
Come
All
on,
right.
man. Jason Garrett
No,
was trash.
no,
Jason
it's
Garrett
not.
is trash.
Okay,
Hold
so
on, hold on. Because
was
the
healthy,
Cowboys
man.
were 3-0 at the time too.
Yeah, yeah, we're 3-0.
I'll
That's
give
why
it-
I
okay.
made fun of you guys.
Giants, Redskins. And then
I'm
we
biased.
beat,
I'm giving Adam Gates credit.
Forgot who else we beat that week 3, and then we down to the Jets. I'm thinking, oh man, this is gonna be an easy game. Nope. Jason Garrett.
Hey,
Nope.
Robbie
Coaching
Anderson,
the
90-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that was sad.
Is there a fan base just off of week 1? Because this is right now we're recording Wednesday. Hopefully this will be posted Thursday or Friday. So overreaction Monday, overreaction Tuesday because our teams played. Is there a fan base that you guys hate already, just off of rip?
A fan base I hate right now.
Off of not hate,
I
but like
mean, I
already
really-
off of week 1, you can't stand. You're like, here we go again, guys. Here we go.
Well, I can't say Eagles or Cowboys because they lost too.
Mhm.
I haven't seen any Washington fans. I honestly can't answer that. I feel like it's too early.
You feel the same?
Yeah, not really anybody's talking junk, man. I don't know, cause you know how it is every week, man. Cowboys lose. If the Cowboys lose, the whole internet is gonna be
Yeah.
toxic memes, and they love when the Cowboys lose, but
It's a
they
fun
stay
time.
quiet when we win.
It's a
I
fun
know.
time. It's a fun time.
For the Cowboys.
See, my
You
point
go.
with that was I feel like week 1's overreaction Monday, Tuesday was sort of like everybody was just appreciative that football was
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
of course.
It was like
during this
people,
whole-
you know, like I'm Steelers Twitter, seeing the Browns lose, seeing Odell shit the bed, psh. I think
Damn, Odell.
I think that's what like that's really the only toxicity we're gonna get. Outside of that, what I've seen, it's like, yo man, week 1, we're back, man.
Yeah.
NFL's back. Fingers crossed, let's get some week 2 going.
like 3 months ago, you thought we were gonna have an NFL season? Let's
No.
be real.
Nope. I
Over.
genuinely was
That goes.
so excited for basketball because I had no hope. I'm like, yo, this is gonna last until October, they said, and golf is coming back. Let's go.
Yeah. So I feel
Golf.
like the overreaction Monday or Tuesday will definitely be around like a cool week 3, week 4. That could be a topic.
And then after that, I think after that it'll get back to its beautiful little toxicity.
yes.
Once we figure out what teams are like are the Browns this year, if they end up looking like the Browns this year,
Man,
then guns
Baker
away.
Mayfield.
Man.
Oh, did you guys
No
know that?
improvement.
We're seeing the box score right now, and I'm seeing 6-0-0-0.
Oh man.
And I don't want
Lamar Jackson looking 20
Yo.
for 25, 275.
Honestly,
Jackson.
the best player on that Browns offense was Kareem Hunt because Chubb fumbled.
Yeah.
Baker was playing like vintage
Baker.
year 2 Baker.
vintage year 2
Yes,
Baker.
it's already in history, man. And Odell dropped a crucial pass on 3rd down.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
He's definitely right now looking like a
Look like
shadow
shit,
of
man.
himself.
Looking
Cause
like shit right now.
Yeah.
until like he has not proven himself since going
Patrick
to
Quinn
Cleveland.
already looking like a steal for the first round.
Oh man,
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
Jesus.
Another
Why did he
one from
drop
the
so
Ravens.
low?
Oh no!
Why
All
did he
right,
drop
all right,
so
all
low?
right, guys. Let's chill, man. Let's
we
I
talking about
will,
Ravens. You want
I
to talk
will
about Ravens,
say
bro?
this though: Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown look like a mother effing problem, and that scares me because Hayden didn't look great. He looked good, but he didn't look great. That's my only word. Also,
Wait, you said Hayden?
Odell needs to pick his shit up. You said what?
Talking about Joe Hayden?
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah,
Yes.
he really
I got by. So I feel like, and I didn't discuss this with the guys yet, but depending on how many of these we do, and hopefully we get to 100, there's gonna be some Steeler bias stuff. I can't control it, guys.
Oh yeah,
This
there's definitely
happens
gonna
in real life.
There's gonna be
bias.
some Giants
Opinions,
bias.
yeah.
You're definitely gonna hear me talk about Darius Slayton every
That's
week.
gonna happen. We're gonna talk about sports, and we're gonna talk about the teams we love. For example, Jaguars. You messed up a lot of people's money on Sunday. Good for you, Jaguars fans. Good job.
Hey,
Gardnew Minsher looked cool.
I'm glad I didn't bet on that game because
Lord.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Phillip Rivers.
Pat McAfee super boost there. That one hurt. That one hurt a little bit. But before we move on to another sport, did anybody want to Odell on Brady real quick?
Oh
Man.
I mean, did anybody want to shit on Brady real quick? I'm sorry.
oh, you funny. I just realized what you just said. Odell Umber. Wow.
All right, that's it, guys.
Wow.
I'm not gonna do these shit jokes. They're really shitty.
Man, Brady. Man, he didn't look like Tom Brady, man.
It's hard because we don't want to like frozen hot takes, and we're just like, no,
Honest-
Brady looked terrible, and he goes on a 37 touchdown tear.
I had to rub my eyes. I was like, yo, is that Jameis Winston? You're throwing picks?
Already
Pick
seen
six to
excuses they didn't
Janoris
give to
Jenkins?
Beautiful, beautiful.
I already seen excuses they not giving the Jameis to Tom Brady.
Oh, they never
It's
would
sad.
have. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That
You know what's sad? I watched Pat McAfee show, and what's his face? Carson Palmer went on there talking about being in that system. First year of the system, you're gonna throw a lot of interceptions, right? So you're like, okay, you know, if Winston gets a second year, because for those Steelers bias who remember, Bruce Arians' scheme is throw deep. If the line is coming, you about to get hurt. Get that son of a bitch off. You guys remember how Ben was hurt all the time? That's Bruce Arians, baby. So the same excuses, I feel like aren't going to apply to Tom, because Tom is supposed to be looked at as this football god. So if something goes wrong, well, it has to be Mike Evans. It can't all
It
the
has
way
to
be
be,
Tom
yeah.
Brady.
It might be
Mike
Chris Godwin's
Evans.
fault. Who knows?
It could have.
Lord.
It was
One-
probably
what about
Godwin's
Gronk?
fault.
Mike Evans had one catch
Somebody on
for
Twitter
2
said
yards.
Gronk, yo, somebody on Twitter said Gronk was out there running like the Undertaker. Like, yo, was he that bad? I did not peep that.
Mike Evans had one catch for 2 yards.
Man,
One catch for
Ooh,
2
we don't wanna
yards.
talk
Fantasy
about it.
owners.
We don't want to talk.
Lattimore was.
Let's not talk about Mike Evans or Michael Thomas because they
Oh,
clearly
yeah.
ruined my week one.
If we end up having any segments about fantasy, it's going to be a long one because
I
both
lost-
of us.
I
on
lost
this.
every game but one. And I'm in about 6 leagues.
Oh yeah, we have a
That-
6-leaguer.
bruh.
How many leagues you in?
I'm in one league, and that one game
Hey.
he won was against me.
Oh yes.
No,
I am
Yes, we
literally
are
the
league
worst in
together.
fantasy. I can't do it.
And guess what? Location nickname plays Eddie's team this week.
Hey,
That's my
the
team.
odds are still even.
Yes, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this Fantasy Nuts. I've never seen like odds being dead even for a fantasy game. Never. I've never seen it. If you have, congratulations.
I
You're
think,
dope.
honestly, I think I was projected to win 103 to 102.
Yikes.
And I lost Michael Thomas and George Kittle. Like, both of my first
Oh,
picks.
man.
Yikes.
Both of
Both
my first
injured.
picks. But Slayton had a good game last week. No bias. So he's starting now, and I'm starting Hunter Henry. He also had a good game last week. So let's...
DeAndre Hopkins. is
6
the best
leagues.
receiver in the NFL.
6 leagues.
Still...
What happened?
Huh? I said DeAndre Hopkins is the best receiver in the NFL.
DeAndre Hopkins is the best receiver in the NFL right
Still,
now.
he's always he has been for the past 2 years.
But it's 1A, 1B for me, boys. It's always going to be 1A DeAndre, 1B Julio.
Yeah,
Because
of course. You gotta
Yeah,
respect
like,
Julio.
You gotta respect Julio. Yeah.
that man, like, he went off for how many years
We
yesterday?
play him.
I mean,
We play him next week, man.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck.
Next week.
Good luck. Good luck. Because even when we played him, 3-4 years ago, that
Chidobe
man
was
there,
looking
man.
good against the Rams, man. He had a pick, and he didn't allow that much receptions. If I recall, he was looking really great.
All right, we're
Yeah,
gonna
looking
we're
alright.
gonna each go one more biased take about our team, just based off of week 1, and then we are going to move on to basketball, perhaps.
How biased can I really be after Monday's game? This is it was pretty
Yikes.
bad. Other than Daniel Jones being pressured, what was this stat? 26 times, the most by a quarterback in week 1, and he only allowed 2 negative yardage plays. That's pretty good, man. It's pretty good with the O line we have. Like, Stress, man. Let's see how we play against the Bears. Because this is another good team with a good front seven, man. Roquan, Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks. I don't even, man. Next.
I think Chidobe is gonna have his best season in his career this season. The system is playing. He's gonna play a lot of. He's gonna play a lot of.
That's a take.
He's gonna be playing a lot of press. The way he likes pressing the receiver. I think this offseason really helped him. Like he used to get over the shoulder caught so many times, but I think this season he's really gonna like bring it all together what he learned in his first 2 seasons.
We'll see week 5.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun podcast, boys. When you guys finally play. You guys this is for the division. That's why this is a beautiful sort of dynamic, folks. It's because there's going to be points in this year, if we can get through this entire season doing this pod, that these boys there's going to be a little tension.
A lot.
A little bit of tension.
Don't lie. It's going to be a lot.
A lot of tension.
For that 1 week, though, you know.
I'll tell you what.
I promise you, if the Giants win for the first time since 2016, oh, man. Birdman hands. That's all I got to say.
If I'm gonna definitely edit a picture of Birdman hands. And my one Steelers bias take is, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that despite how beautiful the story was, despite how many tears were shed when we watched the video, despite it all, despite the Pro Bowl season, despite coming in for Le'Veon, I think we've seen the last of James Conner, man. I don't think.
Wow.
I think even if he comes back in, I think it'll be because last night Benny Snell did his thing. Not last night, Monday. Benny Snell did his thing. Jalen came in. We all thought Jalen was gonna be cut. Jalen came in. I genuinely thought a third complimentary piece. Anthony McFarland, James Conner coming in. Now James could have been hurt. But I think we've seen the last of especially with Benny Snell taking the ball and showing us.
I agree.
This is my ship now.
James Conner had a good first year, like a good 10 weeks, and then he got hurt, and he hasn't been the same since.
No.
If you ask
And
me.
for those of you who remember his rookie year, the way I remember it, Todd Haley giving him his random touches. He averaged 10 yards a carry. Did you guys know that his rookie year?
Jeez,
That's
And
crazy.
Todd
that's
Haley didn't put him in until I forgot what week it was, and he got hurt. And that was probably going to be the story of James, man. I hope not. I hope you prove me wrong, buddy. Outside of everything, just beating cancer and stuff, you were cool, man. You were cool. All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to another sport. We're going to move on to the NBA.
Ooh, playoff time, man.
We are in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to reveal our basketball bias. But this one's a little different because the NBA is a little bit more fun that way. What do I mean? I'm a LeBron stan.
Man, super stan.
Super
Bron
stan.
I
sexual.
am not. No, now there are different levels of Bron sexual. I can admit when Bron is looking a little rough, when Bron there are some who won't even, like, if you bring up the Mavericks, if you bring up that game, we all know what game we're talking about. If you bring it up, but Jordan just, whoa, man, chill, man, chill. Chill, you had a bad series, baby, chill. So I am a LeBron stan. So I'm rooting for the Lakers, but I would love to, I want to see the Heat win it all. I want to see Jimmy Butler win it all.
I honestly think that he could beat the Celtics.
I didn't think so,
Yes.
and I watched. So I watched some of the game, boys. So let humor me real quick in some of the notes, if you don't, please. All right. So Jaylen Brown should be out there more. I don't watch basketball like that at all, boys. I don't. But Jaylen Brown should be out there more.
Oh, watching like some of the bubble games with the Celtics, I've seen Gordon Hayward out there, like with more minutes than Jaylen Brown, and I do not agree with that as well.
He's been
Because
out up to, I believe he was out before the playoffs, literally towards the end of the bubble run.
I think he got injured round 1. He got injured round 1.
oh, for real,
Against,
Jaylen Brown's still not out there.
And
No
now,
way.
Jalen Brown gets minutes,
gentle folk,
but I think he's
listening
still
to
on the
this.
bench, right?
We don't watch basketball like that. This is why we started off with 30 minutes straight, 30 plus minutes straight of football talk. We don't watch basketball, but we love the sport. We appreciate the beauty in basketball. Yes, based on what I've seen as a novice, I feel like I should definitely be seeing Jaylen Brown out there more. That man was looking like a hooper.
Yeah, I agree.
He played more minutes than anybody.
Who, Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, see that
44 minutes.
See, and that's what I'm saying, boys.
17 points.
Maybe
points,
maybe he needs to be more involved.
Nah, I
think
think.
for 19. That's not.
But again, this is me being a novice.
Well, Jaylen Brown didn't shoot 50% either, so he
you're
kind of
right.
had an off game. I guess you can blame Kemba. They lost by 3. Jason Tatum had how many
10.
points? 30 points.
Yeah, Tatum was going.
Yeah,
I actually have
double-double.
a couple notes about Tatum. So my second note. This is the first half of this is pretty much Boston. Seeing Kemba ball out makes me question why Michael Jordan didn't want to keep him. That man, cardiac Kemba, boys, was balling yesterday.
He was?
Yes. Whatever the scoreboard show, he had Kemba Walker 19 points. He had to earn those because Miami's defense is up there.
Yeah,
It's up there.
Their defense is crazy.
And
The defense is surprisingly
towards the
good.
end stretch, for those, he scored 11. I believe he scored maybe 8 in the first half, and then 11 or whatever from the second half and into overtime.
Honestly, I gotta give credit to Eric Spoelstra. Like, that's literally the only coach that hasn't been fired yet
No.
in the LeBron era.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and you know what? Every time they mention him back in his run, because again, LeBron stand in his run, they always mention him like, oh, he came up for being a video guy. So I'm like,
Yeah, he
oh,
was a video coordinator.
I feel like the narrative is setting him up, so if he got fired, people can be like, he was just a video guy anyway.
Yeah, but no, he definitely lasted longer than I expected.
Yeah.
I was really
Let's go.
surprised when Eric Spoelstra is still the head coach of the Miami Heat in 2020, and the fact that he's led him to an Eastern Conference Finals. No Wade, no Bosh, no Braun,
Bunch of
no
role players,
Chalmers.
man.
Yo,
That's
now
doing
that's
their
crazy,
job,
man. That
doing
is
what they gotta do.
crazy.
If you guys scroll up to the Heat, just so we can talk about just the beauty that is basketball, what
You gotta
team
put 'em-
basketball is.
Honestly, you gotta put
It's team
Spoelstra.
basketball right there, boys.
Yeah.
18,
Oh,
20,
wow.
22, 29, 6, and then look at the bench, 4, 3, 3, 12. Oh, by
Tyler
the
Hero.
way, ladies and gentlemen, my note about Tyler Hero was Tyler Hero cojones of steel. That man pulled up twice in a row, I think.
I've seen some college highlights of Tyler Hero at Kentucky, and
Tyler
He's-
Hero's gonna
He
be
almost had a
about
triple
that.
double.
he is
off the bench.
he is about
Off the
that
bench.
life. He lives in the clutch moments. He wants that, and you can tell by how he plays during crunch time. He
Zion Williamson did call him the most underrated recruit.
I
going to
believe
college.
that. Because that man, cojones of steel. I was just like, if the ball's in Tyler Hero's hand, I'm good. I'm not mad if he
Yeah.
takes a shot.
Yep.
I'm not. If it's like
He
a
brings that energy,
LeBron
man.
stand room for the Lakers, if Kuzma gets an open shot, I'm not confident. I'm pissed. No.
The Stephen A. Smith
KCP.
meme, bro.
KCP.
The Stephen A. Smith meme was just looking like a blank stare. You edit that in this, bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got you.
Bro.
Also, another thing. On the final possession, just a note. You see Derrick Jones Jr. there. No points. Like he had 6 minutes. Those 6 minutes was just defense, bro.
You can
locked.
see.
He
Like,
literally
only has
went
one
to
basket.
overtime.
Honestly, I don't know why they're not using him a lot. Like, he could definitely give
The fact
you
they got
2 hours.
the fact that they also got Andre Iguodala is literally defense.
Oh, I didn't
Jesus.
even know.
Off the
Andre.
bench.
Andre Iguodala
and
defense
Kendrick Nunn.
and
Wasn't
his
Kendrick
offense.
Nunn on the all-rookie team or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
was up there,
yeah.
yep.
He's
He didn't make. Let's look at the
nah.
score.
He's one for 5. So
Yep.
like he had a bad
But he
game.
played
But
some good defense. He was out there.
hey,
That's the thing. These boys is out there, and you see Udonis Haslam on that bench. That makes so much sense for why this team
Let's see,
plays the
man.
way it does. Because that's like,
Jimmy Butler's making the Philadelphia.
wait, whoa! Udonis Haslam is
76
still on this
man.
run. Wow.
so something. I'm just going into overtime from the game. But just a quick note. Tatum is 6'8". Didn't know that. Jay Clutch Crowder doing it again. Jaylen Brown should be out there more. That's what I said when I was watching overtime. Clutch defense overcomes 2 Jimmy misses. I thought Jimmy blew the game. Really pissed. Cardiac Kemba step back win. Game 1 with 23 seconds left. Cardiac Kemba. Kemba is then benched for the defensive series. against
Kemba
Miami,
definitely a liability.
which
Yeah,
was like
it's too
that was
small.
weird. I didn't.
Yeah.
Once again, don't know basketball. That was weird.
It's too short.
Jimmy fucking buckets and
Jimmy
one with
bucket.
Tatum defending, hits and one, 12 seconds left. Tatum tries to posterize Bam Bam. Bam
the
Bam
block.
says no.
Oh my.
The block.
That man almost broke his hand blocking that shot.
He
And
does.
that's probably one of the only highlights I've seen.
Watching
Because
that
it's
game,
everywhere.
that was the perfect way for that game to end.
Man.
Jimmy Butler is what was needed on that team, man. Butler brings that energy, man. He's making the 76ers regret.
And the Timberwolves. Don't
Suddenly,
forget the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
They doubted him. Wolves, they said he was the problem. 76ers, they said he was the problem. Now he's in the Heat, and he brings
They
that
get
energy,
it.
man.
They get it.
They told a
They
story.
get him, man. He found him, man.
They told a story that when he first went to Miami, he started going to workouts at 3. You know who else is joining him at his workouts around 4 or 5 in the morning now? That young dog.
Tyler Hero?
Yeah.
Wow.
First day of practice, they said they challenged him to cover. I think he kept challenging Tyler Hero to cover him, to cover Jimmy. And Jimmy got the best of him, but that man kept coming back. He's a dog. He's a dog. A whole season later, notes in overtime and regular, bro. Cojones, man. That man is like white Jimmy Butler, bro. He got the heart of steel, bro.
Man,
And he could
He's
shoot.
definitely mentored by the right person.
Went to Udonis has him. And Jimmy
Iguodala too.
Yes,
Iguodala,
Andre
man.
Iguodala,
How many
champion.
finals he's been in? 4?
What did Mike
Been there, man. He had
Max
experience,
Kellerman say?
man.
Max Kellerman say,
What? What is
if
it?
there's one shot left, the
Yeah.
Martians
yeah,
are pointing
yeah,
at
yeah.
the Earth.
Yeah.
Give me Andre Iguodala
Over who? Kawhi Leonard?
over Steph Curry.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
No,
Whoa.
yes, that's what he
yeah,
said.
I
That's
remember
what he
that.
said.
Steph Curry, no. Man, no. Steph, Clay, man, even Draymond, and then Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala is definitely.
Andre Iguodala is really unappreciated. I, being a LeBron fan, hated him for a
Man,
minute.
he kind of has like a career like Vince Carter. He was known
Yeah.
as a flashy dunker, and then loses his athleticism over time. But
just
a
the
way
smart-
better
Yep.
defender.
Yeah.
And he was on the right team. If Vince Carter was on the Magic. He went to the finals with the Magic one time with him, Jason Richardson, Jameer Nelson, Dwight Howard. They lost to Kobe, but he was there for that veteran leadership to
That's
give you 12 points off the bench.
Real quick, 38 minutes in. Rest in peace to all the greats we lost in 2020. Bean, Kobe Bean, Bryant, of course, Chadwick Boseman. We lost a lot of folk, and I'm so sorry for any names in between that might have passed that I've disrespected. I'm not trying to disrespect them,
Not at all.
but this has been such a crazy year for all of us, just personally and with the world. So 38, now 39 minutes in, just wanted to, show some love and support to those who are going through whatever and suffering and stuff. And a little bit more lighthearted now to get away from sort of the gray death. Clippers went fishing.
Man,
The
that
Clippers
is such
set fishing.
man.
big surprise to me, man. Clippers.
Saw a post in Bleacher Report, man. They said that players couldn't play longer than 3 minutes because they were so tired.
You said that game, they looked like they were playing tired from. I told Eddie today when we were getting ready for this, I was like, one word, bro. I didn't even take, ladies and gentlemen, those notes from game one that I took were legit notes because that was a crazy exciting game. I didn't have to take notes, man. Hey, you want the notes from the game yesterday? Clippers had a big lead, and then they didn't, and then they didn't, and then the Nuggets had a big lead, and then they did, and now they're playing the Lakers. There's the fucking notes, man. That's all I deflated. Empty picture of empty tire right now, editing.
One stat.
I'm gonna put literally just a picture of the Clippers logo and a picture of a deflated tire. That's all. That's what there was.
One stat. 0 for 18. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in the fourth quarter. Where the hell did the stars go? Where did they go?
0 for 18. If that was
Christ.
Jokic,
Can't do that, man.
and if that was Murray, they're younger. That makes sense.
Yes.
I think people would be like, well, they're developing. They're, 0 for 18 from playoff P and the robot
honestly,
claw.
Both of you guys are all stars, man. You can't do that.
playoff P, he's been having like a bad bubble. Like he was playing bad in the bubble like since it started, like before the playoffs too. But Kawhi Leonard, wow, that's shocking to me.
Sad, bro.
That he's like, I don't know, man. He didn't look like that against
Where
the
does he-
76ers game
where does
7
he started, man?
or the Bucks.
This whole season, Patrick Beverley has been a huge disappointment, man. He's been trash. His defense has been
Chaotic.
gone, man. He's just
It's chaotic. It's just him.
Wasn't he on the
True.
all defensive team though?
no. I don't think
No?
he made that.
No, he didn't? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. His defense. I believe maybe it was Russell Westbrook that said it, or somebody had said it the night that they like cooked them during the regular season before COVID, and it was just like that's not defense he playing, man. He not playing defense. He just doing.
He's
stuff.
just there. He's just there to-
being a nuisance.
He's just there to talk trash, honestly. He's definitely lost a step on defense. He was
Definitely
never an
fucking on that,
offensive.
No.
No. I mean, even though he scored 11 points. Kawhi Leonard scored 14 and Paul George scored 10. So that's...
Yeah, but they not. Yeah, Patrick Beverley's not the main star who should be.
Wow. None of them broke
up in
20.
the offensive guards.
Four for
Sad,
18
man.
from 3 between Leonard and George. That's unacceptable from your two stars. You did not trade like 6 first-round picks and swap picks.
They don't got a first round pick up until 2027.
Yep.
2027 is
And they gave
is
away
next round first. Yep.
Shea Gilgeous
Yep.
Alexander.
Yep.
They should have gave away Beverly. I would have kept him. He look what the Thunder did with Chris Paul, Alexander.
I really hope the Thunder.
I low-key think he wouldn't have had that same season if he was on the Clippers still though.
I don't.
Because Chris Paul really took him under his wing and mentored him to be like this
Chris
kind
Paul
of player.
cares, and Chris Paul, Chris Paul.
He really
So
taught him a
you
lot
think
of stuff.
Stay
he
far.
wouldn't have been good at all with
Not
the
as
Thunder?
good at all,
'Cause
but not as good
would-
as he was with the
You
Thunder.
think you think he would have been better than Beverly, like than what he is now? Because I think so.
Offensive, yeah.
Yeah, I think defensively too. He could. I mean, if you think Beverly lost a step, what's the difference between him? He's taller. He's younger.
True.
That's true. That's true.
Man,
Damn.
that's disappointing, man.
And they gave up Gallinari. Gallinari had one of his best seasons since
Yeah, Gallinari
with New
had a
York.
good year,
This
yep.
might be might be the biggest disappointing team in history, man.
There was a
It has to
stat.
be. It has to be the most disappointing team in NBA history, and I don't even in sports history. Maybe?
tied.
Sports history though, like seriously, like you look at in an NBA 2K when you do like that sim league, whatever. The image of free agency is is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard
Yeah.
and the owner and the holding the jerseys. That was the premiere. That was like this is to win the title.
I believe the stat was the Clippers all time are 0-8 in advancing game. Well, like they're basically 0-8 in divisional rounds. Like they never made a conference finals in their whole
History.
franchise
Yep.
history.
This is the second
And
time.
Doc Rivers, this is the third 3-1 lead
Yep.
he's blown in the playoffs.
He did not get fired.
He did not get-
They announced that they're keeping him.
Good.
I don't
think he should get
good. I
fired.
don't think
Yeah.
he should get
What are you,
fired.
bro,
I
what are you
agree.
I
gonna
believe
do
he's
when
still
your
a-
when
he's
your
still a-
stars give up? What the fuck are you supposed to do?
This is not on him. This is on those two. Kawhi and Paul George.
Gotta perform better, man.
Pandemic P
It's
And-
right there.
Yeah.
and fun guy.
You blow a
Man.
19-point lead in the fourth quarter. You blow a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter. Then you go to game 7 and just do nothing. It's
I don't
awful,
understand
man.
how they couldn't finish either game. Like wow.
Jesus.
What are your predictions? What are you guys' predictions for first round? Lakers versus
The conference finals.
yeah.
I got Lakers in either 5 or 6. I'm 6. I want them to go to 6 because I want the Nuggets to actually give them a good
fight.
matchup, a good fight. But I see 5. I got the Heat in 7
Oh, he's
against the
going 7-game
Celtics.
series?
I got the Heat in 7.
I got the Heat in 7. I agree with Eddie. I do, because I do see that being a great series. But I do see the Heat pulling that off. I got the Nuggets in 7, man. I got the
Too,
Nuggets in
man.
7, man. I believe
Me too. I got the
I
Nuggets in
believe
7 as well, and I got the Heat in 5.
they can overcome LeBron and Anthony Davis, man. I believe it, man. I believe Jamal Murray can show up. If Jamal Murray shows up like he's been showing up this whole playoff, and Jokic been showing up like he's been showing up, man, I think the Nuggets can do it, man.
Yeah.
It's all up to Michael Porter Jr.
Yes.
It really is. Michael Porter Jr., Gary Harris.
Yeah.
Is Millsap
Grant.
still on their team?
Yep, Paul Millsap.
Millsap.
Yeah,
Paul
Millsap
Millsap,
definitely
yep.
needs to give you 12 a game. 10, 12. I'll take 10 points with Millsap.
He needs to do what Jay Crowder does for the Heat, which is that little
I don't-
teaser from earlier that Eddie said, Jameson Crowder, Jay Crowder, it all came full circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah. This is probably the best playoff basketball that we've seen in the last 3 years, probably.
Yeah, honestly.
Because
I guess
I mean,
I don't
the
know.
Raptors Golden State series was cool.
That
That last year, I gotta say
76ers
last year tops it.
That
Because
Raptors 76ers
the Raptors 76ers,
That playoff run was great.
even the Raptors and Bucks, like
that was.
Yeah.
that dunk. Remember
You're
that
right.
dunk Kawhi did on Giannis?
Yeah.
Bro, that was a crazy.
Jesus.
We're not even gonna talk about the shot in Game 7, but that specific man. That's when I knew.
I think
Like,
that
yo,
Raptors.
are
I think
serious.
that Raptors.
Other than the finals,
was
the
great.
finals was kind of weak. We'll come back to this topic.
We'll
and
see the
talk about
finals.
it
Yeah,
with
you're
the
right.
finals.
We're talking about playoff runs. I will now know to separate it because that's a really great point. The Raptors' run from last year
Amazing.
was bonkers.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Was
Beautiful.
bonkers. Was extremely bonkers. Up to this point, I think the Nuggets run has just been shocking. More than anything. I think that's the word for their entire season. Because I genuinely thought that they were done when they were playing the
Utah.
Yeah,
Utah.
Utah.
I
They
thought it
went to
was
7 with Utah, and I thought like they
Came
were-
back 3-1 against Utah.
Mhm.
Came back 3-1 Clippers.
Mhm.
Now, and they earned this. They literally earned this.
They
Can't
earned
say
this.
they
They
earned
yo,
this, bro.
I
They
can't.
earned
I honestly like I said that the Nuggets' future is bright with all the young stars they have, and with this playoffs, like this whole playoff run for them, it's definitely gonna boost their morale for years to come. 'Cause
100%.
whoo,
100%.
man, this Nuggets team could get scary if Bull gets better. If they got to give Michael Porter some more minutes. Oh man, it's gonna. Oh.
Let's talk about Michael. And it's funny because I was just about to let you guys know that the rumor is that the Knicks are going to offer Van Vliet a $22 million contract. So, Porter could have been a Knick.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, there's a beautiful list that I've seen on the internet of, but basically almost Knicks team.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
almost Knicks team, and all these kids, especially seeing Murray do what he's doing, it's just one of those like, New York, when are we finally gonna? Because by the way, we're all native New Yorkers. We're all native New York staters. I guess if you guys want to be whatever. But as a native New Yorker, despite our love for other teams, we're always gonna want our home team to do well.
I refuse to root for the Knicks though.
The Knicks,
I
because
can't.
of Jim Dolan, James
Yes,
Dolan,
yes.
whatever his name is.
I mean,
because
they
of
just-
Dolan. I hate Dolan. Dolan. For those of you who don't know, y'all motherfuckers know Dolan. You know who James
Terrible,
Dolan
terrible.
is. You know who
Was he the owner,
Dolan.
Jim?
Google, yep, owner.
He's the
Google
owner?
James Dolan and Charles Oakley, and then get back to us if you want to know who he
I
is.
remember that situation. He banned them from like the.
Legend.
He
A
banned
legend in your
Knicks
organization
legend,
that
yeah.
hasn't won in forever.
Terrible.
Come on, man. Come on. Terrible.
Can't do that.
I don't see them being that Knicks team we seen in the early 2010s
Nope.
for a while.
I genuinely think until
missed out on a lot of
Dolan
picks.
is done. Just like I feel like there's an NFL team that I think will succeed when their owner passes away, and I don't want to wish death. But the minute Jerry Jones is gone, I think
I don't, man. The
I
Cowboys
think
have
you're
a.
gonna- I think you're
Man.
gonna see a little bit of stretching from the, from just. I just feel like that. I'm not saying I want it to happen because that's wild. But I just feel like
Give it a couple of weeks. We'll see who has a better shot for the division, the Cowboys or let's say the football team. Because man, whoa, it's only week 1, but
So are we all low key gonna root for the football team?
no.
No.
Are we
I
all
like
gonna-
that. I like that little week 1 win against the Eagles because it's the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles.
I hate the Eagles.
Yeah, I
Absolutely
despise the Eagles.
man.
Oh,
Giants
that's nice.
Giants can't beat the Eagles.
Oh, okay. So
Bro,
this is
what did I tell
interesting.
you? 0-12 against the Giants and Cowboys in the last 3 years. I hate both of their
That's
teams,
lit.
but I can't talk shit. What can I talk
just
shit about?
realized.
That makes sense.
I just realized before Sunday, the Eagles were 12-4 against the NFC East, and all 4 losses against against the Cowboys.
And now
Now
they lost
on
against
Sunday
the
it's
football
12-5.
team.
The football team
So
has
the
beat the
football
Eagles
team.
for the first time in years.
The football team, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
football team.
This
The
is 2020.
team.
The football team.
The
The
team.
team. We are about 50, because I started the timer maybe 4 to 5 minutes late. So we're about 54, 55 minutes into this. I think close to an hour is a good time for the first one, boys.
Yeah.
We're not going to end it now, but just to get close to, now that we're getting to an hour. Our goal was 30 minutes, man, and we're at like 55 minutes, so, you know, that's a good sign, man. I
Yeah, round of applause.
think-
Yeah.
Pictures of a
So
crowd.
for the last 10 minutes, you guys want to make week 2 predictions?
Two predictions? Yes.
We will do that. I have one more thing. One more thing.
What is that last thing, sire?
Does anybody have a random story, a random update, a random anything that has nothing to do with sports? Does anybody have anything random? So just anything random that they saw today that they're just like, oh, well, then anybody? And then we're gonna go into week 2 predictions.
What I saw today, I haven't really seen anything sports related, but what I'm looking forward to is the Giants to beat the motherfucking Bears on Sunday. Okay, I don't care what kind of fourth quarter Mitch Trubisky had. All right, even though vintage Eli,
Looking forward for Mandalorian season 2.
There we go, Mando.
They released the trailer yesterday.
I didn't
Not
see
gonna
it.
watch it.
If there's anything random, I'm looking
No,
forward
that's what
to
I'm saying.
it.
It's anything random that's outside of sports.
Super Mario 3D All Stars. All right, Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. I haven't played Sunshine or Galaxy, but 64, classic. I can't wait.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Getting
I'm
all
definitely-
120 stars. Don't at me.
Greatness.
Mandalorian, Mario Galaxy All Stars.
That's terrible. I don't. Disrespect.
I, ladies and gentlemen, don't really have anything random or nothing like that. So we're gonna go into week 2 predictions.
I got you. Thursday night game. Bengals Browns. Starting with you, Julio.
Okay.
Mr. AFC North guy.
So my prediction for this is, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Burrow's the king of the North.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You gave Baker that title last year, and look what he did. Stunk up the joint.
Okay, all jokes aside, I think, based off what I've seen week 1 with the Bengals, man, all jokes aside, I think, because they're not the Browns, man. They'll bungle it up, but they're not the Browns.
They look really good against LA? Yeah, the Chargers.
Even
Man,
with that pass rush, even with the O-line.
Man,
Come on.
Joe Burrow's last drive was like Brett Favre-esque, how he was going to lead that team to a comeback win.
Cincinnati's my prediction. I
I
think
should have said Daniel Jones' ass because he came back against the bus his first time. But
the theme of the 2020 season for the Browns is they will be shit on. And that's not an Odell joke.
man, all right. I got the Bengals winning 24-14. I think the Browns think of the joint again.
I'm terrible at scores. I can't do scores.
You can't do scores?
Can't do it. I'm terrible.
What about
at
you?
scores.
I got the Browns by at least 2 possessions.
I'm glad there's one of us. There has to be one of us. I'm glad that this wasn't planned.
It's the Bengals, man.
Hey,
I don't know.
I
They look good on Sunday, but it was against the Chargers and who was starting quarterback for the Chargers? Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, Tyrod
He didn't
Taylor.
really look that good.
Yeah,
He
he
looked
didn't.
average.
He managed the game, but
He game manager. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Hey,
I got the
I'm
Browns.
a huge Odell fan. I want Odell to go off. Hey,
I got him in
like the
fantasy,
Browns,
so
man.
I
have
need
no
him.
issue.
to go
Odell,
off.
hey,
All right, we're gonna go through this real quick.
Get
all
that
right?
shit, Odell.
Giants Bears. Giants Bears. Who you got winning?
I got the Bears winning.
I got the Giants.
Oh wow,
Okay.
Cowboys fans.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know. 'Cause I want the Bears to win, but I don't think Trubisky's gonna show up.
That's why I was nervous about picking the
I
Bears.
don't know.
But every time I want to pick the Giants, there's one name that comes to mind: Khalil Mack. Cam Fleming. So we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
see.
I was just about to.
That's not
I was
one
just
name,
gonna
by the
mention that if the Giants can get a solid running game going, I don't give a fuck. 60 yards.
Wait, so do we?
I got the Giants.
Okay, so I was just about to ask because
Giants win if they can get 60 yards.
Because I know
60 yards rushing.
some of you listening might be superstitious. So I don't know if you guys like to bet on your own team or pick winners in your own game. So it's cool. You pick your team. That's
All right. Rams, Eagles. I got Rams easily.
I got the Rams.
I got Aaron Donald go for at least 3 sacks.
Hey, after what he did to Dallas, man, it's safe to say that Aaron Donald's gonna have a monster game.
Yeah, that was easy. Next,
Cowboys, Falcons. I'm going with the Cowboys. I don't believe in Falcons.
Cowboys.
The boys, man, you know.
Yeah,
Falcons
Cowboys.
number 32 in pass defense.
Now, for my fantasy peoples, you pay attention to that Falcons game. You pay attention to that Cowboys secondary because you saw what happened last week with the Seahawks secondary, and while they might get their ass whooped,
They don't.
they
score.
gonna catch they
Yeah.
motherfucking. They gonna get their yards. So
Yes,
fantasy
they are.
people,
I
both the
agree.
Cowboys, but especially the Falcons. Go ahead, sorry.
Panthers, Bucks. I think Bucks bounce back, especially Tom Brady, and get the W. I do believe the Panthers could get an upset, so I'm gonna have that as my upset of the week.
I think the Panthers.
I got the Bucks by a
Bucks.
ball.
All right. 49ers, Jets, easily 49ers.
Niners.
Niners.
Easy.
Easy W.
Oh, this is a good one. Steelers versus Broncos. I got the Steelers. Importantly, because I don't. Let's see the health with Cortland Sutton and KJ Hamler. If they have those two wide receivers, I believe the Broncos get the upset too. The upset.
I don't think that's an upset. I think the Broncos.
There you go.
Yeah, I got
Steelers guy
you
always
choosing,
down
bro?
to your team.
I got the Steelers by easy W. That's a blowout.
Damn it!
Carve that
Don't
up
do
as well.
that. Don't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the Steelers, and I'm gonna try and be an NFL guy. AJ Bouye out. Philip Lindsay out. Cortland Sutton still coming. You know, he might be there. He might not. So I'm not gonna say blowout because we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. We like that. We don't do that. You saw with the Giants. The Giants definitely could have came back. Definitely could have won.
Hey,
that game.
if
So
it wasn't
I'm
for
not
that
gonna do
interception, we were.
I'm not going to the first interception in
No.
Clamps Hayward career. All right, next game.
Jaguars, Titans. I got the
I
Titans.
got the Titans.
I got the Jaguars.
Really?
Yup.
Wow.
I got Gardner
Gardnew.
Gardner Minshew, man.
Minshew Mania.
That's the title of the video, boys. Gardnew Minsher.
Gardnew Minsher. Yo, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That's lit, man. Hey, you got the first title of the video. Good job.
Come on, man. Come on, flip up.
Big dubs. Big dubs.
Yo, that's great.
Packers versus Lions. I'm gonna go with the Lions.
I got Packers.
I think Aaron Rodgers is trying to go to the bowl this year for real. So yeah, I got the Packers.
Okay.
And
They
he's
did drop
excited.
40. Yeah.
He's excited to play the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Ain't no cornerback to stop. I don't know.
No,
Got the Packers, man.
I got the Packers.
Bills versus Dolphins.
I, for any gamblers out there, I chose to go with the Bills on this.
Double down.
I did not double down. I doubled down on. I don't remember who I doubled down on, but for us, not us gamblers, I didn't even start yet. But yeah, so I would definitely go, and I think the odds are definitely in the Bills' favor. I think they're to cover like 6.5. So that's a 1 touchdown lead. Make your money, baby. I think that's easy.
What about you, Ben?
I got the Bills.
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 Easy pick.
Easy pick.
Let's see if they start 2 in mid game. Let's see what we got.
Ooh,
Please.
When
Sub out Ryan Fitzpatrick.
When do
now.
y'all think
Now.
when do y'all think it's gonna happen?
Now. Please. Now. Or Thursday practice. Hey, Flores, do something. Get Fitzpatrick out of there. Send him to a retirement home, please. Great journeyman, but come on, it's to his team.
Go.
Put the left-handed guard in.
My
Go.
team now.
All right. Colts, Vikings. I got Vikings easily.
Yeah, I got the Vikings too.
I don't believe in Phillip.
Yeah, I think Phillip.
I don't believe in Phillip.
I think it's the dog days of Phillip Rivers.
It's over for him.
I do got the Vikings as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy, this is
In a
easy.
close game though. Not
This
It is gonna be close.
game.
It's gonna be close.
This is a good one. The next 2 games are good. Washington versus Arizona.
Washington versus Arizona.
This is a test for that line that got 8 sacks against Carson Wentz, but this is Kyler Murray, escape artist.
For you bettors out there, I went with Arizona.
Wow.
Simply because of the man that my guy just mentioned, Kyler Murray, man.
That's a
Kyler
bad
Murray,
man. That's a
he
bad
can
man.
run, but if like I don't know if any of you guys ever see his high school tape, that boy can throw the ball.
Oh yeah,
That man
he can definitely throw the ball. He's accurate.
That man can throw.
I got. How difficult, man? One because you wouldn't know football team might come out with an upset. I got Cardinals by a 3-point game.
3-point game.
3-point game.
Okay, that's
So you predicted
That's
like
close.
1 blowout and 3 close games up to this point, and a 3-sack game for Donald.
all right.
Aaron Donald.
Plain and simple. Don't want Washington to go 2-0. Cardinals.
Okay.
Texans Ravens.
Texans Ravens.
Oh man, who did you pick?
Texans
Steelers guy.
Ravens. Texans. That's Deshaun Watson versus Lamar Jackson.
Is this part 2? Because they played last year, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh wait, no, they completely blew the Texans out. I think it was like 33-3 or something like that. It was bad. So
I think that Deshaun Watson will throw 3 touchdowns in a losing effort to the Baltimore Ravens. That's my prediction.
okay. Little
Damn,
Texans
man,
upset.
I hate my division, man.
I got Ravens easily. Lamar.
Also,
Trust. Big trust,
Big
man.
trust.
I have Ravens by 3 possessions.
3 possessions.
3 possessions.
Ooh. So
All right,
like
so
3,
for you bettors out there,
3,
I
because
believe-
the wide receivers ain't
17, 17 plus.
17 plus.
Wow.
I believe the over on that was 8.5. So if Ben is correct, that's way above the 8.5.
I'm gonna need you to bet for my game.
So
next
the
week.
Ravens definitely
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
The Ravens
Alright.
definitely cover them.
Chiefs Chargers.
Chiefs.
Alright, they surprised y'all, man.
How about them?
Go
Chiefs.
Chargers, go! I believe the Chargers can get it done. I believe the Chiefs defense is,
But it's
cool.
enough.
Yeah, it's
It's
enough.
just enough.
I feel like the Chargers have the secondary to stop the Chiefs if they can get their head in the game, and they have the pass rush to get their Mahomes. So let's see. It all depends on Clyde. So I'm gonna say the odds are even right there for me. Even though the Chiefs on paper is definitely a 14-point blowout. We'll see.
Hey, but remember, any given Sunday, boys. Any given Sunday.
Don't at me next week.
Anybody could upset anybody.
Ben, did you already choose your last?
Yep, that's the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah, we said Chiefs. Any more games after that?
There is 2 more games.
Okay.
The Sunday night game, Pats Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Man, hold on.
But you heard us. You heard the way we said it because it's the Patriots.
Bill Belichick
And that's
is
enough.
not
That's
playing.
a game. That is a game that I refuse to double down on because I'll be damned. I'll be
That
damned.
defense, I don't
I'ma
know.
make a
That
predict-
is true because that defense look.
I'll be
I'm gonna make a
damned.
prediction. I feel like they're going to overtime, and I think the Patriots are gonna win.
That's
For
crazy.
you bettors out there, overtime doesn't sound like they're covering. So you better pay attention to
I
that.
don't know.
Don't
I
bet
got
that.
3-point games.
Don't, hey, if somebody somehow comes back to me and say, hey, I bet overtime because you said, hey, don't listen to me. I just
Don't
be
do that.
making bets.
We
All right.
talked for 40-some minutes about football before basketball. You don't come at us about no nonsense.
All right, fellas. One more game. Monday Night Football. Saints versus Raiders. Who do you got?
I got Saints in a blowout.
Really?
I
Blowout
have
Saints. I got blowout Saints. Saints are
the
blowout.
Raiders, the Gruden Raiders.
2 by 2.
I have the
Yes.
Raiders.
I gotta go with the Gruden Grinders,
I got
man.
Raiders.
I got Saints 2 possessions or more.
No
Ben,
Michael Thomas.
I believe they looked, bro, against the Bucks.
Derek Carr
they
against
still
that
look-
Saints defense.
bleh.
No.
They look bleh.
we'll see how the Raiders defense
We
looks.
also have to
Obviously, the
remember-
Saints. The spread on the paper. The spread on paper. It's Saints is definitely.
I do like Max Crosby though.
We'll
Nice.
see. We'll see. This is definitely a good showcase game for Josh Jacobs,
Yup.
Henry Ruggs, and Derek Carr.
I got Saints though. I still got Saints by 2 positions.
I got the Raiders.
And I'm 100% going to stick to the Raiders, ladies and gentlemen, and gentle folk alike who are listening with us today. By the looks of it, we went to an hour and about 9 minutes. So if you guys listen to all of this, I appreciate you guys. To the 6 subscribers, of the Lazies channel. We appreciate you rocking with us. I've been your host, Julio.
Eddie.
Benjamin.
And we truly hope you enjoyed rocking with us today. And until next week, here we go, Steelers.
We out, baby!
Go. Thank you, guys.